Good evening and welcome to Manning Field for Northeastern Conference Girls Soccer. Link Glasgow looking to stay over 500. They're 2-1. They're playing for the first time in the conference. They got beat in the final of the Lynn City tournament by St. Mary's. And then they played East Boston and beat East Boston in a non-conference game. So they're 2-1. They're taking on Revere, who was 0-2. Camilla Perez in net for Revere. Anna Flaherty in net for Classical. Revere in the all-white, Classical in the green and gold, and it's going to be really tough to pick up the Classical numbers because they're very faint they've got sort of gold numbers on the back, but they're like very light green, and they're very hard to pick up. So we're underway. Jordan got broken up. Jordan looking for it again, tipped it loose. Coming to the near side. Jordan tips it away and gets it away. Trying to throw it out in front. Green shirt sitting on the doorstep. But Perez able to make the save and hold on. So Julia Jordan set up that scoring opportunity. Shot by Revere went by everybody right off the top crossbar to the far side and bounced over the net. Right at the far post, it hit right at the top of the crossbar and bounced over. Can't get any closer than that without putting it in. Out again, Revere will get the throw in. The Iarati family, Mark and Greg, in their second year, coaching the Classical team. They just missed the tournament last year. They didn't have a senior on the team last year. They're hoping they'll turn things around this year and make the tournament and do well in the league. Revere's offside. Looked like two white shirts breaking, maybe get out in front for a breakaway, and they were offside. Kebrew will take the kick. Kebrew, Mannion, and Pedro at that back line defensively for the Lady Rams. Revere down the far side, gets there first, trying to turn the corner. Can't get around Kebrew. Kebrew takes it away and knocks it away. Good hustle by Chloe Kebrew. Pedro trying to bang it ahead. Revere almost walked in alone. Now they get another shot and they knock it high, wide, and out of play. Never really got it to the net. Might be hear those planes coming in. They're a little lower than they normally are. We usually don't hear that much of the planes coming in, but they're flying in awful low. Revere keeping the pressure on, keeping it in the classical end. Kebrew trying to knock it deep. Revere keeps it in. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Nice job by Flaherty coming out, getting it. Just a step ahead of, I think, Bukdad. Almost another break. Now they dip it ahead. Kebrew hustles back and breaks it up. He's come close a couple of times to walking in alone. Classical knocks it out. Zapata with the throw-in. And they threw it out. Revere really putting the pressure on, keeping it in the classical end. Broken up. And here's Revere again. And Revere was offside. Halty was breaking in from the right side, but she was 2 or 3 steps too early. Off a classical head, Revere takes it away. Pedro with it. Slip right through classical, out of play into Revere bench area. So right now it's all Revere. Rachel Jordan set up a scoring opportunity in the first minute or so, but Classical hasn't been able to get it out of their own end since. Jordan knocks it ahead, skips through. They knock it deep, and Revere lets Perez come out. They knock it deep. The only one back there is Flaherty to pick it up, and she'll kick it away. She's only a ninth grader, Flaherty. She's done remarkably well her first year in goal. Not an easy task. They almost tipped that by. Now Jordan had it. Walking in. It rolled past the net. Jordan could have tipped it ahead to Gerdia. She kept it. There was a little collision. Everybody came together. Coming out of the pile was the ball. And everybody watched it roll. And it rolled just past the near post. That was almost the slowest goal that anybody has ever scored. Revere almost gave that one away. If Jordan had tipped it ahead, Gertie would have walked in alone. Jordan breaks it up. Gertie broken up. Knocked out by Klasko. They're going to call Klasko for holding Halty. The free kick coming up. It goes out. And giving it to Revere. Halty tried to tip it by. Taken away. Halty gets it back. Tips it by. Everybody goes and gets it. And she was trying to center it. And she knocked it off the side of her foot and went wide right and out of play. Mass substitutions for Klasko. Almost an entire team. We had the first game St. Mary's played here. They only had 3 substitutions. Klasko just had 7 new players come in. They got 3 more on the bench. They had 2 teams. 10 minutes in and counting to this scoreless first half. Halty can't get around Mannion. Mannion knocks it away. Castro knocks it ahead, and it goes out of play. Nice little poke check by Farrell. Now Halty out in front. Bye, everybody. What a save by Flaherty. What an unbelievable save by Flaherty. That ball went by everybody on the far side. Revere had a wide open net. I don't know how she got back and made that save. She went up one hand and knocked it away, and then Revere knocked it over the net. That's an ESPN highlight. What an unbelievable save by Anna Flaherty. Halty took it down the near side, threw it across, and went by everybody. There was a Revere player sitting on the doorstep on the other side with a wide open net, and those things, it's like Grand Canyon. And she just tipped it home, except Flaherty got back and got a hand up and knocked it away. That's an unbelievable save. You are never going to see a better save than that. I don't care what game you watch. Pro, college, high school, AAU, semi-pro. She's a 9th grader. What a tremendous save. That bounces by everybody. Tipping it ahead. Klasko looking to get there first. They tip it by. Coming all the way out of the net was Perez to knock it away. I think that was Iarati that was out in front. McGaughey now tips it ahead. Broken up. Broken up again. Mannion with it. Knocked away by Revere. They knock it deep. Keebrew takes it away. Revere trying to knock it deep again. And Revere's called for offside. People are still buzzing about that save made by Anna Flaherty. Keebrew will kick it away. Everybody swings and misses. Klaskell's going to wind up with it. McGaughey down the near side. Trying to throw it in front, off the side of her foot. Hit the side of the net, out of play. Izzy McGaughey with a great rush. Nice try. Not easy with the left foot on the fly. Just couldn't get it back out in front. Caught the side of the net. And Perez will kick it away. Yeah, looked like Revere knocked it out. Looked like Farrell knocked it out, but they give it to her. Halty tries to knock it ahead. She knocked it off Page. Off Klaskell again. Zapata with the throw in. Now Revere knocks it out. Tipping it ahead, going to get it down that far side. Klaskell with it. Trying to get by the defense. Broken up, gets it back. Out in front. Trying to knock it down. They couldn't get a foot on it. That may have been McGaughey again. It bounced up. She tried to tip it with her knee and knock it in. And Perez was able to grab it and hold on. And I think somebody got it with their hand because we're going to get a penalty kick. Klaskell's going to get a penalty kick. Looked like Perez had made the save, but in that massive humanity, somebody got a piece of it with their hand and they were in the box. So Klaskell with a chance to take the lead. Great save. Perez with a tremendous save. The goalies have been unbelievable. They ripped that to the far corner, and all-out dive by Perez. She just got a fingertip on it and knocked it away. Two big-time saves by the goaltenders. Looked like Klaskell was going to get a 1-0 lead because 99% of the time the goalie can't make the save on those penalty kicks. McGaughey trying to get around. Ball bouncing around, went off McGaughey out of play. But Flaherty made a tremendous save, and now on the penalty kick, Perez says, if you can do it, I can do it. So both teams have goals taken away on tremendous saves by the two goaltenders. You can go all year and not see saves like that. Out off Klaskell. We'll have a substitution. Farrell will throw it in. They fanned on a kick. Now they complete it. Mannion knocks it away. And it's Farrell knocking it out. Page will throw it in. And again, mass substitutions for the Lady Rams. Jordan trying to knock it to the middle. Gertie is there. She pops it up. Loose, bouncing around. They finally clear it away. It bounces by everybody. Mannion got a foot on it. Farrell knocks it up. Pedro kept it alive. Page trying to knock it deep. Page steps in front of Farrell and knocks it away and knocks it out. Bootdad will throw it in. Knock loose, looking for a break. Class will try to get there. They do. Blocked out in front. Blocked again. Still loose. St. Mary's. These games run together. I'm sorry for that. Classical. St. Mary's just got through playing here. Classical, that was Rouse, I believe, keeping it alive 3 or 4 times and finally got the shot off. Perez is able to make the save. Farrell keeps it in, battling with Mannion. Still battling. It goes out, and they call it off Mannion, I believe. Halfway through the scoreless first half. The story of the game so far have been the 2 goaltenders. Flaherty and Perez making unbelievable saves. Knocked up near midfield. Haskell coming down the far side, and he lost it. Revere with the throw-in. They knock it deep. Keeper was there to knock it away. Popped straight up in the air. Revere gets a head on it. Keebrew keeps it alive. Page tried to keep it in, couldn't. Pass picked off. Halty trying to walk in, slides it ahead. Flaherty will come out to the near side, pick it off, and kick it away. Knocked deep down the far side. Classical knocking it to the middle. Tipped away by Revere. Down the far side, they knock it deep. Revere was way offside. Flaherty will get to kick it away. And now it won't be Flaherty, it'll be Pedro. popped up to the near side. Yeah, it winds up going out. Brennan, couldn't get there first. Halty with it. And they're going to call Brennan for leaning on Halty. And Revere will get the free kick. Zapata takes it. Has bodies go down. Farrell throws it in. Classical picks it off. And they lost it. Farrell will throw it in again. They'll have a substitution first. Knocked out by Jordan. Farrell again with the throw in. Page had it, lost it. Farrell will try to do it again. And we got a whistle. I think that's going to give Revere a free kick. I think once again Page and Halty, and it was Page leaning on Halty again. Revere's going to get the free kick. Vanes will take it. Blocked out in front nicely by Kebrew. And nice little shift by Kebrew, takes it away. That's two nice plays. Ahead to Brennan. Broken up by Revere. Gertie got it back. Pascal trying to knock it down the far side. They keep it in. Revere takes it away. Nice little shift. Nice little shift again. They're going to try to walk in. Kebrew hustling. They slide it right through the wickets of Kebrew, right through the legs. And Classical hustles and knocks it away and knocks it deep. Also trying to knock it deep, knock right to Coach Iarati. Both players for Revere were offside. They knocked the pass deep. They both broke to go get it like they were going to be wide open. And they blew the whistle for the offside. Headed away by Classical, broken up by Revere. Classical dumps it ahead. Down the far side. Revere will knock it out. Almost knocked it up in the seats on the other side. Classical makes less substitutions now, only a couple. They went from 7 to 5 to 3, so. Classical gets behind. Get the pass, and it goes out, and they're calling it off Revere. So Classical's going to get a corner kick. I believe it's Kebrew taking it. Might be Pedro. Classical milling out around the 5-yard line. Everybody breaks to the net. They get it up out in front. Nice job by Perez. Perez came out in the middle of everybody and slapped it away. And she ran into one of the Classical players and went down, but she's back up. Another nice play by the goaltender. There was a mob of people out in front. And she went right in between everybody, just reached as high as she could and just slapped it away with one hand. And she actually went down, looked like she might be hurt, but she got right back up again, thank God. Tip down the near side looking for Brennan. And gets knocked out. by Castro. And again, substitutions for both teams. Jessica Page, young sophomore, will throw it in. Revere finally knocks it out off Castro. Mackenzie Shea got bumped into and tried to get it back to Page as she knocked it out of play. Page popped it backwards. She's trying to knock it ahead. Over to the far side. Classical collecting. Pushing it around. Throwing it in front. Green shirts all around. And Perez able to make the play. Boy, she's been terrific in net. That was a scoring opportunity for Classical. Hebrew fanned on it, but gets it back. Coming down that far side again. Revere breaks it up and takes it away. Good defense. Classical breaks it up and gets it back. Looking to get in the middle. Trying to get the shot off and can't. Gertie has swung and missed. Trying to get it again. Knocked away by the Revere defense. Page, nice job, just kept it in. Bangs it ahead. Mackenzie Shea tips it. Back to Shea. Can't get around the defense. Nice little poke check by Zapata. Page quickly throws it in. They tip it all the way back to the Classical end. Classical will have to track it down, and they knock it out. Furrow will throw it in as soon as we have a substitution. They were trying to get around the defense and couldn't. They lost it. Revere lost it out of play. 7.5 and counting left in the scoreless first half. Classical keeps it in. Mackenzie Shea popped it up, tipped back. Mackenzie Shea, just nice job keeping it in. McGaughey knocks it ahead. They try to center it. Revere takes it away and knocks it out. Zapata doing the honors. Page will throw it in. We'll have a substitution for both teams first. They knock it to the middle. Looking to get the shot off. Can't. Blocked. Blocked again. Revere knocks it away. Furrow. Hebrew takes it away. Knocks it deep. Mackenzie Shea is there. They tip it too far for Mackenzie Shea, that little give and go. Page lets it go out. Classical will get the throw in. Mackenzie Shea knocks it down. Furrow knocks it to the middle. Page tipped it back. Pedro has to chase it down. Hebrew with it. Down that far side, Revere lost it out of play. Knocked out again by Revere. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Flaherty's going to come way out of the net and boot it away before Halty could get there. Five minutes and counting left in this scoreless first half. Classical's had a few almost. We also had that corner kick that Perez made a great save on, and Flaherty made the really only opportunity that Revere had. They had a wide open net, and somehow Flaherty from the near post got over to the far post, reached up and slapped it away with her hand. I still don't know how she got over there. She was way over to the near side, looking for the pass, and a shot coming from there. Went by everybody, and sitting on the back doorstep with a wide open net was a Revere player, and just knocked it to the net, and somehow Flaherty got back high in the air and slapped it away with one hand. Hebrew knocks it away. Classical knocks it further. They knock it down the far side. Classical going to get it, and Classical knocks it out. Pop straight up in the air. Pop back up in the air. Headed away by Classical. They knock it, and they knocked it behind. They were breaking down the near side, and instead of throwing it forward, they threw it behind Rachel Jordan. And actually threw it behind Mackenzie Shea. It was behind. Hebrew knocks it away. McGaughey with it. Tips it by. Nice job by McGaughey. Tips it by again. Nice little shake and bake move. And finally has it taken away. That was nice defense by Castro. Classical gets it back. Mackenzie Shea tries to knock it to the net. She pulled it wide left and out of play. Substitutions again for both teams. Perez will get to kick it away. She's been tremendous in net. Especially on that penalty kick. Classical keeps it in the zone. And they're going to call somebody for getting a piece of it with their hand or their arm, and Revere's going to get a free kick. We're in the final 2 minutes of this first half. Classical's had the better of the scoring opportunities. Revere had one huge scoring opportunity that Flaherty took away. They knock it deep. Flaherty is going to come out of the net and let it come to her, and she'll kick it away. Looking for a break, heading it up. Pedro hustles up, knocking it loose, and they knock it over the net. It kept, nobody could find it. Pedro was there, Kebrew was there. It finally came on the foot of Zapata, right about just outside the 10-yard line. And she got under it and lifted it up over the net. She was mad. She punched the turf. She went down almost on her knees and took a punch at the turf because she missed that. She knew she had a golden opportunity. Page knocks it deep. Getting around. Couldn't knock it in front. Hustling was Castro to knock it out. Glasgow will get a corner kick. With time winding down, coming from the near side, and they pull it wide left, goes behind the net and out of play. I just noticed the official looking at her watch. The time has got to be winding down. There can't be much time left in this half. As I say that, he blows the whistle, and that's going to do it. So both teams had chances. Flaherty made a tremendous save on an open net. I don't know how she ever got back. And then Perez made an unbelievable save on the penalty shot. Perez was the more active. She had to make a couple of more saves in this first half. The one tried by Revere, Flaherty took away. So the story of the first half were the goaltenders, and we finished the first half the way we started it, dead even. Classical nothing, Revere nothing at halftime. We're underway in the second half here at Manning Field. Still no score. Things are still buzzing about the goaltenders. Boy, Halty for Revere made a big rush down the near side, threw it across and went by everybody. There was a Revere player sitting on the back side all by herself with an wide open net. And she just was going to tap it in. And all of a sudden, from the near side, Flaherty came roaring back, reached up with one hand and slapped it away. An unbelievable save. And then at the other end, Classical awarded a penalty kick. Camila Perez guessed right. That's all you can do if you're a goaltender on a penalty kick, is just try to guess which way the kicker was going to go. And it looked like the kicker was going to go to the far side, and Perez dove that way and just got a hand on it and tipped it away. So the goaltenders were the difference in the first half. Classical coming up, walking in. It slid off their foot. They couldn't get the shot off. I think it was Rachel Brennan. Pushed it by. It was rolling, and she couldn't go get it and get the shot off, and it rolled right to Perez in net. Classical had a golden opportunity. They didn't get the shot. And now Classical is going to get called for knocking Revere down. Great rush by Brennan up the far side. And at the last minute, when she broke back to the middle, it just kind of rolled off her foot. And I don't know whether she thought she was going to tip it back to somebody in the middle. She could have taken a very good shot, had a golden opportunity to knock it in the net. Instead, it rolled to Perez, and she made the save. Revere takes it out of that pack, knocks it deep. Halty almost had that breaking away. Hustling. Revere takes it away. Gerdia couldn't get to it. Classical gets to it now. They bang it off Classical. They wind up with it down the near side, throwing it out in front. Gerdia looking for the far corner, and it went by, but they're sitting on the doorstep knocking it home. I think that's Jordan. Gerdia made the shot. It was going to miss the net. Jordan was sitting on the far side, and she banged it in. Just put the camera on the blonde ponytail, too. So we finally have a goal scored. They got it upfield. They kept it alive. Gerdia going to the net. Looked like they were going to knock it out of play and give Revere the kick. And sitting on the far side, right at the net, was Julia Jordan. And she had an open net to knock it into. Perez had no chance to get back and block that one. She was diving to make the save on Gertie, even though she wasn't sure it was going wide. It wasn't that wide. And she just couldn't right the ship and get back and stop Jordan from knocking it into the open net. It goes out off Classical. So Classical breaks the deadlock. Pedro knocks it away. Pedro gets it back. Gives it back to Kebrew. She knocks it deep. Bounces loose. Classical trying to control. Get away with a little bit of push there. Classical now center it. Shot. Jordan looking for number 2. Knocked it wide. Classical lost it. They get it back. Trying to throw it to the net. Out in front. They had a piece of it and they knocked it wide of the net. You'd love to see. They were wide open out in front, and they tried to one-time it. They could have waited and lined it up, but easier said than done. I'm sitting up here, I can see that. They can't. So they tried to one-time it, and it went wide right and out of play. But a perfect pass, setting him right out in front of the net. Tipped away. Revere knocking it loose. Popped straight up in the air. Mannion looking for it. Halty knocked it away, and we're going to get Halty call for running into Pedro. And Pedro will kick it away. Pedro blocks it nicely. Revere knocks it deep to let it go through to Flaherty. And Halty almost took it away. Flaherty was there. Halty got there at the same time. Momentarily, Flaherty bobbled it, but quickly got it back as she was going down to the ground, or the turf, I should say. Halty almost got an easy one. Yeah. Hebrew come up and almost caught that with her hand. That's going to give Revere a free kick from outside the 25. Halty will take it. Everybody picking a partner. Klasko sets up the picket fence. Halty looking to get it to the net, and she does. Flaherty makes the basket catch. She'll kick it away. Walk up and step up there by the elevator. The lights will go. Hope I didn't wake everybody in the house up. I dropped the microphone. It hit the bottom of the chair and was like a bell ending round 3. Shook me up too. I apologize for that for you people at home. Ten minutes into the second half. Klasko on the goal by Julia Jordan, leading it 1-0. Revere will clear it away. They knock it deep, and they knock it too deep. It's going to go out of play. Klasko will get to throw it in. Hebrew lets it fly. Headed away by McGaughy. Popped up. McGaughy got a head on it. And then McGaughy blocks the pass, but Revere gets it back. Page with it on the far side. Klasko lost it out of play. Revere had that one threat, that tremendous save by Anna Flaherty on a wide open net. Other than that, they haven't really come close. Perez has been busy in net. She made that one terrific save, outstanding save on a penalty kick. Now Klasko gets a free kick because it bounced up and got Revere on the hand. Coming from the 20-yard line from a very tough angle. And it's going to go wide left. Never got to the net. Stayed out to the left and out of play. And Perez will kick it away. Pedro broke it up. Page breaks it up. Nobody really getting control of it as of yet. Now they knock it deep, and it's going to go out of play. They call it off Revere. Klasko heads it away. Skips past. Gerdia pushes it away. I think Gerdia gets taken down. She pushed it ahead. She was going to hurry and get it. And they leaned all over her and knocked her down. So another free kick coming from the same spot, the 20-yard line. Bounces loose. Gerdia pops it up out in front. Loose again. Klasko trying to control. Revere knocked it ahead, and Klasko was laying on the turf out of play, and it hit the Klasko player, and that'll give Revere the kick away. Perez will do the honors. Klasko keeps it in. Broken up nicely by, I don't know if Yanis, I believe is her name. I think you pronounce it Yanes. Little pop up, goes wide left and out of play. Substitutions, many for Klasko, one for Revere. Perez again will kick it away. Revere trying to get in the win column. They're 0-2. Klasko trying to stay above 500. They're 2-1. Klasko, their first game in the Northeastern Conference. And that bounced up and got a piece of the hand of a Revere player. Pedro will take the free kick. Klasko knocks it down. They keep it alive. Revere takes it away. Klasko battling to get it back. Pedro blocked, getting it back. Tips it in the middle. Banged it off a Revere player, and Revere player got knocked down. And I guess they got a piece of the ball as well. I thought they were going to call it a takedown by Klasko, but they call it against Revere. Pedro gets the kick. It skips by everybody. Perez will play it and kick it away. Klasko keeping it right back on the Revere end. It's been here most of this second half. Revere had one opportunity when a ball bounced. Flaherty was coming out to get it. Halty got there at the same time. Flaherty grabbed it, bobbled it momentarily, grabbed it just before Halty had a chance to take it away. And that's as close as they've come. It wasn't really a shot on net. It was just Halty trying to take it away. And couldn't. Knocking it deep. Halty gets there first. Page knocks it away. Good job by Page. Took it away completely. Kept it alive. Keeps it in play. Getting it back. Takes it down the far side. Trying to center it. They get around the defense. They take the shot. And again, they could have walked in. They got around the defense, and I guess they thought somebody was coming up behind them because they had plenty of room to just walk in. Flaherty comes way out of the net and knocks it away. Halty was trying to get there first. She was battling with Mannion, I believe. And Revere's going to knock it out. Flaherty will get to kick it away. Hustling back as Mannion. Looked like Halty was going to get by and maybe walk in. They call it. Now they're going to give it. I thought they were calling it off Halty. They're giving it back to Revere off Mannion. Mannion knocks it away. And knocks it away again. Classical knocks it out. So Revere now keeping it in the Classical end. Tip out of play. Classical knocks it into the Classical bench area. And now Revere loses it off Halty. Page will throw it in. Revere takes it away. And it went out off Revere. Tipped into Revere end. Knocked deep. Glasgow gets there first. Gets around the defense. Takes the shot. It goes wide to the near side. Glasgow will track it down. They walk around trying to throw it in. Threw it way over everybody. Get a lot of foot on that one rather than just tip it out in front. Way over everybody out of play. Perez will use that right foot again and kick it away. Glasgow looked like they had the kick. It deflected, went out. Knocked out by Glasgow at the Revere bench area again. I was just going to say, it looked like Revere got their hand on it. They didn't blow the whistle. Now a late whistle. Glasgow will get the free kick. Pedro boots it away. It gets deflected to the middle. Deflected again. Classical gets a piece of it. Gets control down in the far corner. Just kept it in play before it was going out. Kebrew knocks it down. Classical knocks it out. Revere will get the throw in. Off a Revere head, going out of play. Patero knocked it out. Classical coming down, walking around, still with it. Made the save, and then back-footed. Perez made the save again. How? She was down on the ground. Classical thought they knocked it in, and then a little backward kick, and now they're giving Classical the goal. Perez thought she made the save. That might have been McGaughey. I think they called the first one in, then a little backhanded kick. Perez made the save again. It was all around the end line. And the official finally said the ball went in. I have no idea who they're going to give that one to. We have any idea? I thought it was on the 8th the first time. Out in front, they called Gertier offside. There was all kinds of bodies around out in front. The ball looked like it went in originally. Then they said no. Then it came out. Then a little behind the back kick looked like it went in. And they finally blew the whistle and said it was in. I don't know whether they called the first one, the second one. Perez was laying on the turf right in the middle of the net and had the ball twice. And Revere thought she kept it out, and they finally blew the whistle and said it was in. We're going to try and find out who they gave the goal to. As I said, it could have been Izzy McGaughey. But I don't know which person they gave it to. The first shot, the second shot, the back-footed shot. "15 minutes and counting left in this one. Classical now has a little bit of breathing room, leading it 2-0. Getting a goal in each half. Not easy to get it by Perez. Even the second one they got, if it went in by inches because she was laying on the end line with the ball. So with just under 14 minutes left in this second half and in the game, Classical leads it 2-0. We got a timeout. We got a player down. A little skirmish on that side. And nice to see her getting up. Pedro almost had it taken away. Now it's a collision, bodies go down. And Zapata, so I thought he called it. They're giving a yellow card. Revere was cheering. Zapata was cheering like the call was against Klasko. And then Botero must have said something because the official just picked up the yellow card out of his pocket and gave her a yellow card, and she has to go to the sideline. And was it a yellow card? Because Revere didn't make a substitution. Revere is playing 10 against 9. Or 9 against 10. I thought with a yellow card you go to the bench, but you have a substitution. Is that a yellow? Because they're playing a man shy. They're only playing 9 players. I don't know why Revere doesn't have a full complement. Classical has 10, Revere has 9. They sent Carolina Botero to the bench with a yellow card, but yellow card usually means you just make a substitution. The player goes out, but you don't lose a player on the field. It's not like going to the penalty box and playing a man shy. Classical keeping it in play. Trying to knock it full was Molly Mannion. Now she tries to knock it to the net. It gets popped straight up in the air. And Zapata lost it out of bounds. So I still don't understand. They're still playing with, they're making 2 substitutions, but they're taking 2 out and they're still playing with 9. I thought I guessed right. It was Izzy McGaughy that got the second goal for Classical. No, but walk a little. Revere trying to make something happen. Halty gets around, gets the pass ahead. They call Revere offside. I still don't understand why Revere is playing with 9 players. They've got to explain it to me. Obviously I am not a rules aficionado for soccer. But I thought if you got a yellow card, you went to the bench for a period of time, but your team didn't suffer the loss of a player. You didn't have to play a man down. Pedro knocked it the wrong way. They knock it deep. Barbosa was looking to go get it. Flaherty came out the side of the net and got it first. She knocks it ahead. Molly Mannion had it. That's Page, I think, knocking down Molly Mannion with it again. Knocked away. Trying to turn the corner and walk in. Flaherty makes the save at the side of the net. It went out of play. And now Flaherty kicks it away. The official looked like he was going to grab a card and give it to Flaherty. It was laying at the side of the net. The official said it went out, corner kick Revere, and Flaherty just kicked it. I think if she kicked it anywhere else except the near corner where the kick is coming from, he might have come up with a card. Out in front, popped up, loose, still loose. Can't knock it home. Everybody gets a piece of it. They finally knock it in. That's Halty, I believe. Everybody looking for it. Everybody got a piece. Everybody was tipping it, bouncing, trying to get a foot on it. And Doa Halty knocked it in. With 4 ticks over 8 minutes left. Revere cuts it to 2-1. Popped straight up in the air. Headed away by Classical. Tipped ahead, Revere knocks it back the other way. So Revere gets themselves back in. That was a ball that was out in front. There were all kinds of bodies out in front of Flaherty in the net. Everybody taking a swing at it. It kept bouncing around. People got tipped it. Couldn't get all of it. Tipped it again, then tipped it again. And it was finally Halty knocking it in. Now Revere knocks it into the Classical bench area. Loose, and now they kicked it, and when they kicked it off the hand of a Classical player. Perez kicks it away. Starting to come back. Mannion made the big defensive play blocking that pass as they try to go down the far side. Classical knocks it deep. They knock it out in front, walking in. And they knock it home. It came across out in front. I think that's Iarati. She was all by herself out in front. Perez had no chance. And she just knocked it by her. So Iarati gets the goal. Classical has their 2-goal lead back with 6 minutes and counting. They made a rush. I didn't see who threw it out in front. It came out in front. Iarati was all by herself. There were 2 players out in front. And the pass came across. Iarati was there. Took it. Took a couple of steps and then just drilled it past Perez, who had no chance blocking that Grand Canyon, as I call it. So Revere got back in it at 2-1. A little bit of life. Iarati takes it away with the goal. Oscar trying to knock it deep. They let it go all the way through to Perez, and she'll kick it away. coming down the near side. Glasgow's not going to be able to save it. Revere's going to get a corner kick. This is Zapata, I believe. That long ponytail covers part of her, the number on her back. Deflected away nicely by Mannion out in front. She's played well defensively. Revere knocks it out. So Revere, I believe, is going to have to look to Thursday. They'll be back here again. They'll play Lynn English, looking for their first win of the season. Unless lightning strikes here in the last 4 minutes. Glasgow's going to go to 3-1 and go 1-0 in the conference. They knock it deep, but they knock it into the Revere bench area. They'll get the throw in. Loose, and Klaus is going to get called for taking Revere down. Perez trying to hustle. The enemy for Revere is now the clock, as Perez knocks it into the Revere bench area. We'll get a substitution for Glasgow. Trying to knock it deep. Flaherty coming way out. When she knocked it right into Halty and almost knocked it back to the net. Glasgow was able to take it and knock it away. Flaherty came way out, and just as she was kicking ahead, Halty was right there, and Flaherty knocked it right into Halty. But Glasgow was able to get control and knock it away, and it looked like it was going to be deflected back towards the net. Halty might have a shot at it. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Halty with a rush. Tips it by and tips it too far. Flaherty will kick it away. Down the near side, trying to get around. Couldn't turn the corner. Molly Mannion wouldn't let Revere turn the corner, and she just took it away and brought it upfield, and then Revere knocked it out. Time winding down in this one. Glasgow leading it 3-1. They're going to win and go 3-1. Walking in, trying to get the shot to the net, went off the side of the foot. She can't believe it. She shanked it, sliced it way wide right and out of play. Nice poke check by Pedro, taking it away. And a Page knocks it straight up in the air. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to be it. So Flaherty was immense in net, made that tremendous save when it was 0-0. Perez did a great job in net. She had no chance on the goals that were scored. She made a great save on that penalty kick. But it was Gerdia loose out in front. Her shot was going to go wide left. Sitting on the doorstep was Julia Jordan, and she redirected it into the net to make it 1-0. It was McGaughey off a scramble, knocked it in, made it 2-0. Halty for Revere got it back to make it 2-1, and then a nice pass out in front to Abigail Iarati, who's one of the 3 captains for Classical, one of the 4 captains for Classical. Out in front all by herself. Perez had no chance. She banged it home for the 3rd goal, and that was it, 3-1. Classical will go to 3-1. Revere will go to 0-3. They'll be trying to get their first win when they come back here to Manning Field on Thursday night to take on the English girls. But right now, Classical can celebrate. They go to 3-1. They get their first win in the conference. And goals by Jordan, by McGaughey, and by Iarati. And a great job in net by Flaherty. And an equally very good job. She gave up 3 goals, but Perez was terrific in net because Classical had a lot better of the chances. So Classical wins it 3-1 over Revere. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.